All right, welcome back to House of Prep. My name's Jerry. I live here in Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. Now it's Thursday. We are going to talk about 8 different types of pills that are hard to swallow. We're going to talk about that, but because it is Thursday, jump in the comments. Let me know how your area is looking. We're doing well here in Tennessee. Shopping is normal. I know different regions have different issues and different parts of the country experience different things, even with gas prices. Things kind of seem like they're just that little kind of up and down, waiting to see with Labor Day weekend how that might affect some things. But let me know how things are faring in your neck of the woods. But let's start talking about, before I do that too, hit the thumbs up button if you don't mind. Sometimes we forget, see thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button if you don't mind, and hit that little bell, and that's a reminder that I have a video out, so that's always a good way to kind of stay connected. And some of you shop on my Amazon account, and I wanted to thank you for that. On my video description down below, there's always a link for something usually it's a fan or something, but people will hit that link, go to Amazon, you do your normal shopping as normal, just it's through my link. You don't have to buy anything that I put on there, and I just get a small percentage, a small kickback here at House of Prep from Amazon, from anything that you shop under my link. So thank you for doing that. If you haven't done it, please start doing it. Christmas shopping will be starting up, so I know some of you will be doing some extra shopping. But let's get right into it now. 8 different pills that are hard to swallow. All right, number 1, sometimes people won't invest in you as much as you invest in them. That's hard to swallow sometimes, because we automatically think that the amount of effort of our life and our soul and our energy and our sweat and our tears and our money, everything that we pour into somebody else, sometimes we expect them to do the same thing, and that's not reality. That's a hard pill to swallow, because we expect that. It's in the prepper community. Sometimes we have the passion and the desire to want to help protect our family from the unseen, from things that we can't control. And we invest our time, our sweat, our tears, our energy, our research, and even with warnings, and we invest into that. And not everybody reciprocates that. That's not always matched being given back to us, that same amount of energy. But it's like that in all relationships. It's like that with significant others. Sometimes in a relationship, in a marriage, and one person will invest a lot of energy and time, and sometimes we automatically expect to get that same level back, and that's just not reality. And that's a hard pill to swallow. And as you're prepping in this world, you're not always going to have everybody jump on board 100%, and that's life. I know a lot of you have testimonials to that, and we've also had some very successful stories of how people have seen eye to eye and have come together and made a common effort to try to be on board and to assist with prepping and to be better prepared in life and things. But remember that not everyone's the same in that. Number 2, you can't please everyone. Have you ever heard that? Have you ever experienced that? I have. Just doing videos here on YouTube, you're not going to please everyone. You just can't. And I've had many of you tell me that. Sometimes I would get discouraged, get that negative comment, or someone, thinking that, we're all crazy and this and that. You're not going to please everyone. I always tell people that I talk with, you can talk about, everything you want with strangers, with people you meet, with friends, family. You can talk about anything, just don't talk about religion or politics. As soon as you start talking religion and politics with certain people, then that's it. It's almost like you're an enemy. You're not going to please everyone. Leadership can find that difficult, whether it's running a country, running a corporation, leading the church, leading your household. You're not going to always please everyone. And as a leader of whatever your role is in your life, of what you're in charge of, sometimes you just have to understand you're not going to please everybody, but you just always need to try to always follow what's the right thing to do and do your best to lead. Sometimes you see the writing on the wall before somebody else does, and it may be your responsibility to prepare and you're not going to please everybody. So that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes because you want to. Look, you want to please everybody. Sometimes that's just our nature. We want to make everyone happy. You want peace. You want everybody to have what they want, but that's just not life. Okay. Number 3, someone holding you accountable is not the same as attacking you. And you have to understand that. Sometimes when somebody is trying to hold you accountable to something, even if you're a leader, somebody's holding you accountable, it's not that they're attacking you. And it's look, as humans and our personalities, it's so hard sometimes to not understand that and to realize that, okay, the person's not attacking. Now, sometimes they are attacking you, and you guess you need to be able to discern whether they're really attacking me or are they just trying to help hold me accountable and make me better. Have you ever heard the saying, iron sharpeneth iron? Okay, well, iron against iron, it can make some noise. It can make some sparks. It could be a little aggressive, but it's sharpening. It's sharpening each other. Sometimes you need that, whether it's a significant other or it's a family member or it's a friend, somebody that you trust. Sometimes being held accountable, don't automatically throw up your guard and pull out the fangs and the claws coming out. Try to have an open mind and understand that not everybody's trying to attack you. And that's going to be a hard pill to swallow. Here's one for some people. Some people already get this, but some people need to hear this one. All right, it's no one's responsibility to make you happy. Okay, let me read it one more time. It's no one's responsibility to make you happy. You should be happy. It's a choice. You could choose to be happy. Trying to force or expect other people to make you happy, that's not their job. To be honest with you, that's not going to happen all the time. Now, some people from time to time will make you happy, but happiness is something that you should already have with your joy in your life, and to be able to have happiness and then to share and to spread happiness with other people. We live in a world right now where there's so much negativity and there's so much going on that it's very draining sometimes. And it's easy for people to want to pull you down, even if it's not intentional. Just the conversations that are out there. Turn on the TV, the news, or turn it off, one or the other. But if you'll see what I'm talking about. Just the constant negativity of all the issues and all the things that are going on in the world. Look, it's not their responsibility to make you happy. Okay, so make sure you understand that. Here's another one. Again, some people get this, but some people need to hear this one. Not everyone thinks like you. Now, that could be hard to swallow. I understand. But look, not everybody thinks like you. And that's just how it is. We talked about religion. We talked about politics. Look, that's reality. That could be a huge dividing factor, and it's sad that it gets driven so hard that it divides people. It could divide families. It could break friendships. It could build higher fences against neighbors. But allowing those things, you have to understand not everybody thinks like you. Yeah, but you don't understand here's what I mean. Okay, yeah, you make sense, but they have their way of their thinking, and sometimes you just have to accept that. Now, it doesn't mean you have to agree with them, and it's okay to disagree. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing. But don't let it get to a point where there's so much hatred and so much anger out there, and you just have to understand that can be hard to swallow. Not everyone thinks like you. Even as like a husband and wife, men and women, we think differently. We don't have all the same thought patterns. Now, sometimes we do, and that's scary, but just look around us. We're not clones, okay? We're all made as individuals, and we have our own ways of thinking. We have had our own life experiences that plays into the way we think. And sometimes you have to be understanding of that. I didn't say accepting, but at least understanding and being able to be a better communicator with that understanding, okay? Look, failures and mistakes, they're a part of life, guys, and your growth. Seeing my friends visit up there. Look, failures and mistakes. Have you ever failed in something? Yeah, I have. Have you ever made a mistake? Yeah, I'm raising my hand. Uh, but those shouldn't define you, okay? Have you ever heard the saying, get back up and dust yourself off? They're a part of your life. Sometimes that's hard to swallow because people don't like to fail. I've played sports growing up. If I could still be playing a lot now, I would now. Here at House of Prep's getting older, but sometimes I'll get out on the basketball court or something. But look, we're competitive, okay? We like to win. You like to do well. You like to be able to shoot the basketball and it go in the net. You want to be able to throw the football and score the touchdown, or you want to be able to catch the ball or spike the volleyball, run the race and be able to come in first place, get the gold medal. All these things, even in competitiveness in the workforce, you want to be able to get that promotion, that window office, right? You want to be the one in the neighborhood to get the garden of the month for your homeowners association, right? Or build have the best display for Christmas, and whatever it is in life, everyone competes to be the best. It's just human nature. Now people take it to different levels, okay? But look, having failures or mistakes or things that where you come in second or last, it's just a part of life. But you grow from it. It's a part of our growing process as humans. Look, as preppers, have you ever made a mistake as preppers? Yeah, we have. We've shared them. Countless numbers of comments that I've read over the last 2 years. Can you believe here at the beginning of September how House of Prep has been doing videos for 2 years now? It's insane. I've made some great relationships here online, but there's been failures, and there's times that I've said something the wrong way or I've presented something the wrong way, but you grow from it and you learn from it. And as preppers and learning how to buy the right types of foods, right? Things that you're going to actually eat in a time of a crisis, or not a crisis, but to rotate and to realize that, okay, we're not really going to be eating in this other stuff, so why am I buying it? Okay, so all these little things. Jump in the comments. You can explain it better than I can probably. I got 2 more. All right, bear with me. You will outgrow people, places, things. Okay, and some might outgrow you. That's just life. That's hard to swallow sometimes, but a lot of you that have been through life and you've been around the block, you can attest to that. Sometimes you just outgrow people in your journey, your life journey, your prepping journey. You start heading down a path that's different, and you start outgrowing some of the people that you thought maybe were your friends, and maybe they're not as good of a friend as you thought, or someone that you had closest. What about outgrowing places? What about the place that you've lived in and you've outgrown it? Maybe you've prepped too much. Who's at the prepping limit right now? Okay, maybe you've outgrown that area. Maybe you need to outgrow a new spot and things, and outgrowing things. And sometimes people might outgrow you. Whose waistline has outgrown their pants, their belt loops. Yeah. But sometimes that's part of life, and it's hard to swallow because sometimes you just want everything to stay the same. I look back and I'm like, I'm not really around people that I went to high school with. I'm not. I'm not around them. They're not a part of my life, and we've all outgrown each other. We've went on different paths. Last one. Sometimes you'll work hard, and you won't get a reward for it. That's true. Now, I know in a society, and I saw it growing up, and probably more as I've gotten older, sometimes you see it more and more. Everybody gets that participation award, right? Where everybody gets recognized. But sometimes you do things in life that there's no recognition. Sometimes being a parent or a grandparent, those little ones that you love so much, that you pour your life into, sometimes you don't get a reward for it. Sometimes the single parent, and pouring your life and soul and time and effort and finances and everything, and you don't always get a reward for it. There's not somebody there to pat you on the back and hand you a trophy and say, congratulations, you're doing a great job. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you've prepped for your family. You've prepped for your extended family. Excuse me, I'm grabbing my drink here real quick. All right, thank you. And you've prepped for your extended family. You might have prepped for some close friends. And you've put blood, sweat, and tears watching all these YouTube videos. Some of you making YouTube videos, trying to warn people. And you've prepared. You've got maybe, months worth of food and water and supplies. And you're not getting a reward for it. Now, here at House of Prep, we applaud you. And we'll pat you on the back. That's what we want. We want more people being better prepared. And that you're at the right place, that you will get at least a thumbs up by us, right? By me, and saying, hey, nice job. But sometimes in your circles, the people you run with and in the world that you're around, maybe at your workplace, sometimes you work hard. You don't always get a reward for your hard work. So maybe with that being said, look at it from the other side. Make sure if somebody's working hard for you, make sure to thank them. Maybe get them their favorite treat or candy bar or whatever it is they like, or maybe their favorite gift card to the best place they like to go eat, or get a coffee. But maybe make that conscious effort to let people know that you appreciate them. Because that's hard to swallow sometimes, is we work hard and we're not always going to get rewarded for it. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great week. It's Labor Day weekend coming up. I hope you spend some good times making memories with your families. Don't let everything go on in the world get you down. Like I said, spend some good quality time with your family, your friends, and you guys stay safe for those of you that are traveling. And I'll see you back out here again on House of Prep. Bye now.